Some music.
You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith. Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AFTERBUZZ TV's Glee After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Glee After Show.
Woo! Yes!
We're back.
We are back. Glee is back. It's been a while. Bing is for doing, and we're here doing another Glee After Show. This is episode 5 of season 4. I can't believe we're already to episode 5. And it's called The Role You Were Born to Play. And it's kind of the first part of the Grease experience that will be 2 episodes coming up here, and so I'm super excited about that. And I'm also super excited because we have amazing guests in studio. Bianca, say hi.
Hi.
Hi. And Kiara.
Hi.
Adore.
The cutest guest we've ever had in this studio. Thank you.
I thought we were
twins.
cute gleeks, but these ladies have outdone us.
Adorable, and you know what? And massive Glee fans, so that's always fun to have in studio. And we're going to be talking to them about some of their favorite moments, and they've met some of the Glee cast too, so we'll be talking to them about those experiences and what else they're doing. They're actors, singers, they've got it all going on, so I'm excited to hear about everything.
Also, ladies, I love how you're dressed up tonight.
Thank you.
And
You guys look
you're
great.
prepared for the Grease episodes, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm good, Sandy, and she's bad, Sandy.
Ooh.
Bad, Sandy.
Yeah, they definitely should have had Kiara and Bianca on the show tonight, right?
I know, exactly. I'm feeling very underspirited here. Like, I love the outfits. So
Thank you. Thank
we
you.
should also introduce ourselves. I'm Stephanie, and
Hey guys, I'm Christy-Anne.
Hi everyone, I'm Marisa Serafini.
And I am Sarah Mendoza.
And why don't we jump right into the episode? There was a lot going
Let's.
on. They did not have a lot to, like, they did not waste time tonight at all.
Sure didn't.
So, as we mentioned, this was the first part of the Grease episodes, and so it was all about the auditions. And what did you girls think? Was it fun to kind of see everybody
Yeah.
jumping in? Yeah.
Yes. I loved when she let's see, when they were doing the auditions and Jake and
Oh,
Kitty,
and Mar. Oh, Kitty, okay.
Kitty, they were dancing, and then with Marnie and Blake. And then she pushed it's Marley, whatever her name is. She pushed
We've all had those moments.
Marley. And that was kind of the funniest.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were dancing together, and it was so fun that Kitty tried to get in the way, and then one part Jake carried Kitty in the back, and she was like, "Ah, get me out of here!"
Yeah, things just got so crazy, right? And I guess that's just how like the audition process goes. I'm sure you girls know all about that.
Yeah.
But I mean, just the fact of just like Grease in general, I think when anybody hears the words Grease, just like they mentioned in the last episode before they went on the hiatus, it's like, who doesn't love Grease?
Well, right. It's such a cult following, and I thought the interesting part of the auditions is that no one was really super excited about it. They were on the fence about whether they should audition or not, and I figured if they did like Grease last year, everyone would be jumping at the opportunity. Right. I thought it was interesting how a lot of them were kind of wishy-washy if they wanted to join.
Well, I thought that this was a stronger episode in general than I think they did Rocky Horror Picture. They came back last year with Rocky Horror Picture, and I felt like this is such a musical that everyone knows. Everyone was so excited about it. And not that Rocky Horror Picture isn't a great musical, but I think that people were just over the top excited about this one.
Well, I like that the numbers that they chose were fun and exciting. However, I would have much rather preferred to see them actually auditioning with Grease songs.
Yeah.
And I was all pumped for it too, especially when we saw Kiara and Bianca walk in Grease clothing. I was ready to hear the songs from the actual musical.
I mean, they did some great covers tonight, but I was right there with you. I wanted those, moments of those big Grease moments, I guess. And instead of, I think we had Pink and one of my favorite, Neon Trees, was also covered tonight. So we'll get into those performances in a bit here. But let's go into, so Finn comes back, which is the big news of tonight. He's back at McKinley, and I think this is something we've waited for. He struggled with his relationship with Rachel, kind of fell out of the military, and now he's finally back at McKinley, where he belongs. I think we could all agree.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
I mean, we kind of left off from the last episode where he was completely lost, didn't know what his direction was, has no idea what he wants to do with his life, and he brought himself back home. And I think that's the one place that you go to realize and kind of figure things out. And it was almost like a true calling. So it was just very cool to kind of see that,
Right.
And I think his talk with, with Will and even with Artie, he kind of needed a little bit of a push, but I think now he knows that he's in the right place at the right time.
Right. Definitely in the last episode, the breakup episode, I think that's where he really hit rock bottom. And sometimes it does have to get worse before it gets better. So now we see in this episode, he's sort of starting to get out of it now. Although people are kind of pushing him, like what you said, it's in the right direction. He's going to help Artie direct the play. He's going to put some good use to his time. Because he was just kind of, saying, oh, I have nothing to live for anymore. And he's got his great friends here surrounding him saying, no, you have something to do. You know what? You're going to help me direct this musical, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and
I would love to be Artie and direct it.
really? Is that what you girls want to do? Direct too?
I would love to be Marnie and be Sandy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, Cindy,
You would be a
Sandy.
great Sandy.
It was like the one that I want.
Oh
I love that song. It's my favorite song that I heard today from Glee.
Well, you guys better get ready with your dance moves because maybe you guys will have a short little performance.
Yeah, I think maybe in
do
the
have a
special
dance
segment.
area.
Yeah, I know. I feel like this is just waiting to be utilized over here.
Most definitely.
But to go back to Glee tonight, did you guys feel like I felt like it was really interesting to have Finn directing. It's because he always kind of took a backseat. He never was like a true leader in the Glee Club, at least last season. We didn't really see that. He was so into Rachel and his life as a senior and what he was going to do next that he didn't really take on that leadership role. And this is the first time we've really seen him step up in a major way.
Well, I think he was always looked at as the male leader, kind of being like the male lead of the show, but he never really believed it in himself. So I think that's just a lot of what Finn's character is. He is a leader. He's great at what he does, but he doesn't truly believe it. I think that's one thing that's great about Finn is that he doesn't really know in his head and has that confidence, and now I feel like he's really feeling it.
Right.
I think it's good for Finn that he's taking on the directing role because he is still trying to find himself. So he has to try something new and see if he enjoys it, if he wants to follow that path.
And also, did anybody think about the fact that, so
Getting into it here.
if Rachel's going to be the star and then Finn is going to take on a directing role, oh my God, how hot will that be? Like, I feel like Rachel's going to be so turned on by that, and then it's just going to be great.
Cannot wait for that. I feel like we're going to see that return of Finchel maybe sooner than we initially thought we were. But the thing that doesn't seem to be going well is Blaine and Kurt's relationship.
Can I say one more thing about that, though?
Of course.
Kind of speaking to the point that you guys were just making, it's been so evident in the last 4 episodes for this season that Rachel is making this huge transformation in New York, right? She's definitely coming into, Rachel the woman.
Yes.
And so when you compared them at that point before this episode, it's such a far gap, and that's why probably they broke up, right? Rachel's becoming a woman, she's got a new life, and Finn was kind of left behind in his high school boy mode. So it's really cool that now he's sort of stepping into that man role, like taking charge, like what you said. So it's kind of setting the stage for maybe a Finchel reunion because they're both
And we all know how I can't wait for a
I agree with you.
Very excited for that
Definitely.
personally.
I agree with you that there's a certain difference in maturity level, and I
Yes.
understand that separation.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think we're seeing Blaine take a step backwards to kind of the opposite, is that he was always that mature one in the relationship and very even-keeled. And we saw him tonight kind of lose it in a lot of ways. He was not, when you cry in the middle of an audition, that's never a good thing.
Yes.
I mean,
It could be a good thing, you know, you're really into the character, and it could help or hinder you.
But tonight, I felt like I don't know, like they still gave him a role. I mean, he's playing a smaller role, but I felt like it was just so over the top emotional, but he did bring it in his performance as well.
I mean, the truth is, his character is very heartbroken. So there's not much you can do. Like when you're in that part of your life, you feel so vulnerable. You don't feel that type of power or confidence, and it definitely shows in his character. Like all of his performances have been so heartfelt, and
Right.
yeah.
And you're right in that he was so even keel and had everything together, but then he was actually the one that did Kurt wrong, you know? After being so put together, he was the one that made the big mistake.
It's true.
So that must be devastating.
I feel like you could blame either one of them in the relationship, though, because Kurt ignored him for so long, and he only turned and cheated because
He was being neglected.
he was being neglected. So
There's no justification for someone just cheating just because they're far away or
Right.
ignored.
And I'm with Christy on that because
I mean, I am too, in all honesty, but I can see both sides of the coin
They're,
on that.
they're both
Yes.
guilty.
Yeah, they both
was a
contributed
mutual kind
to
of-
it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
timing is everything with relationships, right?
Yeah.
Getting into too much relationship
Right.
talk.
Do you agree with
Are you
us?
saying that you're going to cheat on me?
I know, exactly. I'm like finding a new Glee co-host. No? All right.
Well, I think we found our replacements right here.
I know. I completely agree.
Our
They,
girls.
they will gladly join us. So
Oh
nice.
my gosh, too cute. Okay, so so let's talk a little bit about Will and Emma here.
More on relationships. Yeah.
More in relationships. That's another one, because we saw in that last episode so many relationships falling apart, and this is
I
another
think
one.
all of them did. Right?
Yeah, so
Will
sad.
and Emma didn't really break
Yeah.
up in the last episode. They had the argument that could lead to a potential breakup.
Right.
It's a journey. I think they're showing all of the different dynamics and what a relationship entails, whether you're long distance or engaged or whatever, and the decisions you realistically have to make. And I think for Will and Emma, as a woman, I think a lot of us would feel, you know, a little obligated to say the same thing, but not exactly feel the same way inside.
I
Right.
felt such, like, that's exactly how I would have acted in that situation, was I would have been like, it's all fine, and like, I'll totally go with you, and then inside I would have realized that it just wasn't the right choice, but I'm worried for them. I think they've never done long distance. They're a very codependent couple. I don't know how that's going to work for them.
What I like about Emma's character is that although she does play like the meek, like lamb type weak woman or whatever, she was actually, her first inclination was to be independent and say, you know, I'm not going with you. You don't expect me to just, you know, drop everything that I have here in this town because you got a job somewhere else, you know, and so that was her first instinct was, no, I'm gonna stick to my own life here. I am gonna miss you. But then, you know, the feelings come into play, and she was thinking, maybe I'll go with him. But then, you know, it's such a back and forth with her, and it's very evident, I think.
I love how Emma's character, she's really built herself, that she is at the point where she will, you know, say what she wants and go for what she wants. And if she doesn't want to go to Washington, then good for her.
Washington.
Washington, nice.
Bit tongue-tied.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I just feel like it's going to be interesting because for so long Will has depended on her. Maybe she's become this independent woman, but he's still very dependent on her. And so it's going to be interesting to see if he can be successful in DC or if he kind of has issues being away from her. And will he come back sooner than I think they said 3 months tonight.
You know, though, like, I I don't really agree with the fact. I'm not really worried for them. I mean, just the fact that they took that step to take, like, you know, not marriage counseling, but couple counseling, just the fact that they had that maturity to have that actual conversation, to realize that it's not so much the distance, it's just more of the commitment and passion you have for, you know, another person. So, like, I'm really not worried. I think they've been through a lot of things individually and in a relationship to know that they're going to make it till the end. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're going to be those role models.
And they're already making plans, saying like one weekend I'll come to you, the other weekend you'll come to me. So at least
Exactly.
they're making it known that they want to at least try.
And that's what you do in a relationship. You make compromises. If you want it to work, you have to do that.
And this
And
kind
I
of
love that they do that.
it's true.
Right, girls?
Right?
Yeah.
Our experts
Yes.
over here.
Yes. It's interesting. This just kind of popped into my head, but it feels like very much he's now kind of hitting that senior year high school experience where you're separating from your significant other, and he's always kind of been on the same playing field as the high schoolers in so many ways, and so it's kind of fun to see him kind of going through those similar issues that he's having. But if you're lonely in college or just want to buy something and something fun, I'm trying to find a fun way to transition into iTunes, and it clearly didn't work tonight. But you can, you know,
Download really depressing music because you're alone. No, I'm just joking. So what you're gonna
Hey,
say?
we all do
Hey,
that.
who hasn't done that?
I know.
no, that wasn't what I was going to say. I was
bad.
going to say that there's like 40 different shows that we do here. Marisa would know.
Yes, like 45 to 50 shows here.
Yeah,
which means
and-
I'm working a lot.
Exactly, and you
Wow.
can download all of them on iTunes and rate and comment. We love hearing what you have to say. Tell us, you know, your opinions of Glee, what you think of what we're doing. It helps us make a better show for you and get other cool and interesting, fun guest stars. That
Like our friends here. That's right.
So yeah, tell your friends. Check us out on iTunes.
Let us know how excited you are about Glee, because we were all excited.
God.
I think there was a little text chain going on between the co-hosts this week about how excited we all were because Glee hasn't been on in about a month, and so
34 days.
I love.
Marisa was literally counting,
counting.
every single to the second
34
maybe.
days.
I know. I feel like we had so much to talk about, and I love that the hashtag for Glee tonight was Glee is back.
Yes, it's so bad.
Glee is back. Glee is back.
I think we're turning into Glee, and where we just spontaneously burst
Sing.
into song.
My life was a musical. Totally.
Next week, I feel like it's just going to be a sing-along in here. Like, it's just going to be like, tune in, because we'll be singing.
We should probably pick out our characters now then of who we're going to be next week. Okay, I'm Danny. I'm just joking.
I'm Sandy. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, it's such a tough call. But we should probably also talk about what all the characters are going to be. They actually
Yeah.
broke it
Yes.
down in the best way for us this
great.
week. Instead of us all having to kind of
Figure it out.
They actually broke it down in super cute boxes, and so we could have the entire cast all organized. So Unique was the biggest one who auditioned, and we didn't really know where he was gonna land because he felt like he should be Rizzo, but Sue was against it. And Finn actually was the one who came in and fought for him.
Right. And Sue, it was interesting because she kind of presented it in a way that she was trying to protect Unique, because she was foreseeing that if Unique, who is a male, was cast as a female character, that there would be a lot of backlash. People would be talking, about it in a negative way. So although she said it harshly, I feel like she was concerned by what would be happening, and she was just trying to save him from that scrutiny, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So true. No, it is. I totally understood where she was coming from, and Finn jumped on her in such a way, and I think we were all looked around and we were appalled when he used that word.
Yeah, it was hot.
Yeah.
Oh, no. What I thought, when he was sticking up for, when he was like being a director and trying to like.
No, when he
Sorry.
was Sue, when he was talking to Sue, I think we were all a little shocked by that. That seemed a little out of character for him.
Definitely out of character, but I feel when someone is arguing, you say things that you can't
In the
really.
heat of the
Not that justifies what he said, but
Right.
when you're really arguing, a lot of things just spill out that you don't really mean.
Right. Well, what I like about what Finn did, sorry to interrupt, what I liked about what he did is after he made a decision to, yes, regardless of what Sue's concerns were, to just go ahead and cast Unique in the female role anyways, he kind of like sat her down, Unique down, and said, you know, I just want to make sure that you're going to be ready for this. And kind of like preface the fact that he will be getting some backlash. So
yeah, I think Finn was just trying to tell him that it's going to be a rough road. I don't think that when you take on a role like that, you can expect it to be easy. And I think, and I love that Finn's going to be there and was like, I have your back. Because I think you always need that, especially in high school. That's something that's so nice if someone has your back.
And Christy's hot. It's right. I mean, hot and right. But it's really hot and right about it's really hot that Finn's actually stepping up and really.
So true.
Because, you know, we're used to seeing Rachel as the man in that relationship, really.
Yeah.
She's the one that's, you know, wearing the pants. But now he's kind of wearing the pants for himself.
And I think it was also like a sign of passion. And yeah, it went to a place just like you were saying, Marisa, like when you are arguing or in a place where you're defending something, you may go, you know, in a direction where you didn't mean to go, but you're saying it because you're passionate about it. So it really was, you know, unfortunate that it went there. But I think it came from a place where Finn was just really passionate about what he wants to see about his vision in the musical.
And Finn did a lot of convincing in this episode, and he convinced him, and he is going to take on Rizzo, which is great. And then another big role that we have is Marley as taking on Sandy.
I love her.
I know, you girls were so excited about
it. It was like,
Is that who you wanted to play Sandy, girls?
Yeah.
Okay. I think we'll all agree, right? That
I think that's a perfect casting right there. So.
Yes.
So good. And what do you guys think about the new character on the show?
Are you talking about Blake?
Blake Jenner from the Glee Project.
I love him. I love him in the Glee Project. He's my favorite. Yes.
What did you guys think of his debut on the show today?
I like it. It was so funny when he was like dancing when he was doing the thing. It was like dancing on the football, on the grass.
I agree. I loved his introduction, being on the actual football field dancing, because we've known in the earlier seasons of Glee, if you danced on a football team, you get a lot of backlash and a lot of bad negative comments. But for his character to start off like that, I loved that.
Unless you're doing the touchdown victory dance.
That's true.
And breakdancing.
I just love the fact that you're kind of seeing him mirror Finn's path, but Finn's there to guide him, because when Finn did it, no one was there, and he had to like kind of pave his own way. We cannot talk tonight, clearly.
We're so excited.
This side of the table is having a problem.
Christy's like, speak for yourself.
So pave his own way. And I'm excited to see more of that character. And we have a little bit in news and gossip, a little bit more about that character, and maybe why he's having trouble in school. So we'll talk about that in a bit. And then we also saw.
But he's playing, so he was chosen to play.
Oh, I didn't even get to that.
Yeah,
Danny.
Zuko.
Danny Zuko.
And
Zuko in the house.
So, Danny and Sandy, Marley and Ryder, do we think that they're gonna couple up here?
Yes. Yeah.
We have some strong opinions in this room.
Wait.
Well, Marley girl's got some options.
I know, she's
really
a popular one.
Or maybe
pick.
she might like Jake instead of that other guy in the play.
Jake,
Or maybe she will like both guys, but she can't choose.
Or maybe she could have both
good
of them.
prediction.
And that would be a to be continued for like 4 months. That would be funny.
Girls, wouldn't it be easier, girls, if she were a twin, just like you guys, so one of them could have each?
Yeah.
Problem solved,
That would
ladies.
be funny. Which one is Marley?
And then we also saw Tina back for the first time this season. I'm not wrong about that, right?
Tina's been around.
I think she was in the first few episodes. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Tina's been
she
around.
was some pretty good
Tina
numbers.
is a junior.
Yeah,
she's
that's
still
true.
at
I guess we haven't seen Mike. That's who I
Mike,
mean.
yeah.
Mike and Tina
Mercedes.
together.
Mercedes.
Yes, that was
Mercedes also back. I feel like every week we're getting a new character, and we're still waiting on Quinn, which is just insane.
I think that's what makes this season really exciting, because it's like we have new guests, or we have a new character, we have the old cast come back, so it's always just like keeping us on our toes.
Absolutely.
And I just really wanted to give Blake like an extra special, just like congrats, because I mean,
Yes.
like, first of all, oh my god,
Oh my goodness.
I love him.
me and
This
Marisa were
summer-
freaking out.
This summer with our Glee Project after show here, because Blake Jenner was here in the studio. He
As a
sat
guest.
right there where you two are sitting.
Oh my.
Blake
Yes,
was.
that's
Oh
right.
my.
He was right there, so we were very excited to see Blake.
But at that time, we didn't know he was a winner, and by that time, he might have very well already
Yeah.
taped the first episode.
I
but
believe they
we
were
never
already done.
So, I mean, I just feel like for being the winner of Glee Project, the fact that you come into a show in such a big role to kind of, like you were saying, to mirror like the new male lead and to get the new, the lead role in the musical you're gonna play, like, good job, Blake. He
Yeah.
really is a star. He was a star throughout all of the Glee Project competition and is even in the show.
And I think on the Glee Project, he talked about that was the kind of role he wanted. He wanted that Finn-like character. So for actually Ryan Murphy to listen to him and have that all come together in such a great way, that was really exciting to see tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Completely. So
He's hot, so...
That he is.
I love the fact, I think we must have said he's hot like 100 times
my God,
while
he's
watching that episode.
Oh my god, he's hot.
Christy-Anne and I, we hugged him several times when he was here.
Bye.
Multiple times.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, okay, bye.
I can see you guys fawning over him in studio.
Oh, we totally did. No, not gonna lie.
So maybe we should get into our predictions for.
Wait. Let's talk a little bit about
I skipped
more
something.
characters. Yeah.
Yes, I skipped a couple
Okay,
characters.
so Sugar Mada or Sugar is gonna play Frenchie, which I think is perfect.
So perfect.
Yeah, but which wig is she gonna wear first?
Good question.
Very good.
Which
That is
wig?
an important
Is she
question.
gonna wear pink? Is she gonna wear a
Beauty
pink
school
one?
dropout.
Is she gonna wear a blue one? Is she gonna wear a purple one? Is she gonna wear an orange one? I don't know.
I shall
find
see.
out.
See. And then Jake is cast as Putsy.
Just one of the other T-birds.
Yeah,
T-bird.
a smaller role, but still
And I,
interesting.
What about
can we talk about?
Kitty?
Can I say though that although I do love Blake, I think he's great. I wanted Jake to kind of be Danny because
Really?
Danny in the movie, he's got the bad boy side, wanting to be good. So it just fits a little bit better for me. Plus, I just love seeing the tension between him and Marley.
Oh yeah.
That's an interesting
And
one. I
Kitty
hadn't
gets
thought of
in
that.
the way, and Kitty gets in the way. He's like, "Are you
Yeah.
still staring at Chelsea?"
I know.
And then
you
she
guys picked
tries
up.
to get in the middle of Marley and Jake while they're dancing. She's like,
Yeah.
like one of the times she saw them dancing, she was like, pew, move.
Exactly.
She knocked her out of the way,
Jealousy
right?
is a dangerous
Marley
thing.
in the hip, and then she back to Blake.
For everyone listening on iTunes, they're dancing
I
here
know.
on the couch.
They're knocking people down over here.
And I was just about to say, speaking of dancing, should we get into some of the songs from tonight?
Most
Let's-
definitely.
Yes. Woo. So there were, I think, five performances tonight, which is
yes.
Yes.
yeah. And Blaine kicked off the night in a big way. He sang "Hopelessly Devoted to You," and what I have to say felt like a return to the old Blaine to me. That kind of just big performance, what he did when he was at his private school in the Blazers. It just felt like that kind of performance.
It was Warbler Blaine.
It was Warbler Blaine. It was.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to say that. Warbler Blaine.
Blah, blah, blah.
Probably.
You
Warbler
just
Blaine.
want to do the tongue twisters tonight, clearly, girls.
This was my favorite performance of the night.
Yeah.
Because yes, it was actually a Grease song, which is what I was waiting for all day. Was a real Grease song, and it did showcase, like what you said, his beautiful talent. He's got a great voice.
Yeah, I think we all were singing at some point throughout the song, just like the worst is, as we were all just singing along.
I just could not get enough. That's like one that I will go home tonight and download on iTunes for sure.
And also, you can tell though that he's singing to Kurt, and it made me sad.
Super heartfelt.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's the side of the table, I swear. But then we had a bunch of other performances tonight that weren't Grease related. So Pink, Unique doing Pink, One Last Kiss, excuse me.
Blow Me One Last Kiss.
Blow Me One Last Kiss. And I liked the performance. I don't know that it was, Pink has such a unique voice that I'm not sure that Unique pulled off Pink's unique voice.
With Marley.
Yeah. Unique and Marley.
Yeah, I don't know that totally worked for me, but
They made it Glee.
they made it Glee.
Yeah,
They made Glee.
Did you girls like it? Did you like the Pink performance?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you're in Pink. I like it.
Oh, definitely.
Thank you.
I liked this performance because I thought Marley, she was literally jumping around on the stage, and I think she's definitely finding herself. She's getting more confident and in her performances, because now we've just been seeing her just sing really, but now she's actually performing as well.
Right.
True.
I think Unique did the song justice. I think he definitely has the voice and the talent to like reach those crazy Pink notes where it's like
Right.
borderline between high note and screaming. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? But,
Like
that
Celine
he did,
Dion status with
Yeah.
some of those notes.
Yeah.
And then my favorite performance of the night was actually Finn and Ryder singing together. I thut that it was so fun.
You were just checking out Ryder.
I know. Always. But it was Jukebox Hero, I believe. Was
Yes.
the
By Foreigner.
Foreigner.
Yeah, and I thought it was interesting to have, you see so much of Finn with Rachel, and he's always somewhat overshadowed by Rachel, and it was nice to see him kind of, again, take that lead, in a lot of ways mirroring his character, take that leadership, the lead role in the song.
I like how that was kind of Jake's audition, because if you watch and go back and watch everyone else's auditions, they're more serious songs, you know, they're not as exciting or entertaining, but for this Jukebox Hero, it was like all out, and that was a great song to be your first performance.
Yeah.
It was a great performance.
He had some swag.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Oh my God, Blake is a freaking rock star. Ryder is awesome. Like, there's no
Awesome.
Right, girls?
Awesome off the charts. Yeah.
off the chart. Yeah.
He had a dream of, like, he was performing, there were drums behind him, there were background dancers. Oh, didn't remember the girls as the background dancers on
Right.
the wall? And they were crowding, and I think he was at the jump, but he was too nervous to jump, so he stayed on stage. And that time that he pretended his microphone was the guitar.
You guys are total rock stars. And for the iTunes listeners, they are in here like breaking it down. These girls have got some moves.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
And then we went to a song that I feel like everybody knows. It's called Everybody Talks. It's by the Neon Trees. And I think we've been hearing it all summer. And it was fun to see the Glee version of it. I wasn't expecting them to go there.
And as much as I hate Kitty, I also love her. I can't, because she's so, like, she just plays her part so well. She's meant to be a sassy you-know-what. You know?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I believe
I could
it.
be a sassy you-know-what.
Oh.
Me too.
Watch out, Kitty.
The sassy diva.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you kind of love to hate her, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Boom.
And her in combination with Jake, I think it's kind of the same thing, because we have so much hope for Jake, just like we did Puck.
Yeah.
Because you can see that he's, he wants to be a good guy deep down inside.
Yeah.
So just like that struggle between both of them.
Yeah. She's like a meaner Quinn. It's like that Puck.
A way meaner Quinn.
A way meaner Quinn.
Way
Like,
meaner.
I've seen that all along.
yeah. It's a good call. Absolutely. And then we kind of ended the night with the whole cast, kind of led by Marley, Jake, Ryder, singing. You girls were all doing it. I'm not cool enough.
Oh my God, that was my favorite one. Oh my God.
Okay, so they're all dancing to it, doing the whole arm movement thing, and it's
Hand jive. Hand jive.
hand jive, so fun. So fun. That was another performance that I really enjoyed. There wasn't enough Grease in this episode. I think we can all agree that will come.
I think in the next episode it's going to be like 1 by 2 by 3 by 4 by 5 by 6. I don't know how many songs of Grease they have, but I know there's more than one.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
I was taking a sneak peek tonight as we were watching the episode of the list for next week, and it looks like it is going to be Grease craziness for sure.
And I'm glad they did
At the
that.
end of the episode, like there's one song as Sandy. She has the hair, she has the look, and stuff.
She's got it all.
I cannot
They're playing
wait.
the part, right?
And Finchel returns. Cannot wait. It's a personal note, but still can't wait for it.
they-
Is he gonna take the answer or no? We'll find out.
Ooh, I like the promo. That's awesome.
But I like the fact that they didn't do all Grease tonight and they're saving it. And they did actually do Summer Lovin' in a previous episode in season 3 already.
Yeah, I remember that.
So I don't think we'll be seeing that next week.
Actually, I think
I think we will be. Ooh. Yeah, I think
We'll just
we
need to get
are.
more of it. I'm fine.
Yeah, I mean, I can't get enough of these. I love when they kind of bring back songs and do it in a different way. I'm trying to recall there was one that they did a few seasons ago and they brought it back and I was just like, this is so fun.
I think Ryan Murphy knows exactly what he's doing. He wanted us to do this. He wanted us to be like, we want more Grease songs. It was like a perfect tease for us to watch next week and kind of see what they can do with it.
I mean, they did
right,
do.
girls?
Yeah.
They did do the whole Britney again.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
that was a whole episode of Britney songs again.
But those
and it
weren't
still worked.
repeated songs.
Wait,
No,
Brittany
but-
played. What was it? CACA? Is that who she played?
Oh, she played.
Cha-cha.
Oh, Cha-Cha, that's right.
Who's Cha-Cha?
Cha-Cha's the winner of the dance contest. Do you remember the dance contest towards the end?
Yeah.
Oh, she has
Cha-cha,
hair.
yeah.
He danced with standing. Like I can't pronounce the name.
Oh my
Stanny,
god, that scene's
what
gonna
was
be
it?
epic.
Stanny.
I know what that
wait,
scene's gonna
is
look
it
like.
Stanny? I don't know how to pronounce it.
Stanny.
Danny.
We're going to have to look it up.
Yeah, I think so. But you know what, girls?
Sandy.
Oh, Sandy. Okay, so
So
next.
Sandy runs out, and then he comes in, and then maybe she plays that girl that comes in and grabs Danny and starts dancing with her.
That's
That was-
exactly who Cha-Cha is.
That's
yes.
really
You
fun.
remember.
Exactly. So it's going to be a big performance week
That's why
next
she
week.
was like, gets right in the footage, she was like,
Yes. So big performance next week. We all can't wait for it. But girls, you saw the Glee cast in concert, like I did, right?
yeah.
How was it? Did you have any favorite performances or favorite people that you got to see live?
Oh, I don't remember, but the only part is Jesse's girl.
Oh,
where can I
that's
find a woman like that? A Jesse's girl.
Wow.
Good job, girl.
Girls are great singers.
So Bianca, you've also met some of the Glee cast, right?
Yeah.
Who did you meet?
Ashley Fink and a guy named Max. I forgot his last
Oh,
name.
Max.
But
He's the guy who played the bully.
Yeah. And I believe we
Max.
actually do have that picture.
Do we have that picture? Where is it? Let's see.
Do we have a picture
Let's see if we-
already?
Oh,
yeah. That's
Check you girls out.
Sizes.
So where did you guys
Very
go to
cool.
meet them?
we were at this thing for like awards of women and stuff.
Oh.
So it was really fun to meet them, and we noticed them right away. We're like looking there, we're like, that's them.
Have you guys been watching Glee since season 1? Are you that long, or did you just start watching a bit ago?
Huh. I think
No.
we started at season 1. I don't remember. I just only know I'm watching this season, last season.
Well, we can tell you girls are major Gleeks, so.
Yes,
I am a total Glee fan.
Do you guys have a favorite character? How about we'll start with you, Kiara. Who is your favorite character?
My
on the
favorite
show?
character is Marnie,
Marnie. Oh, Marley. Who's playing Sandy?
Marley.
the one
Yes.
who's playing Sandy.
Wow,
That's
that's
what I
awesome.
love.
How about you, Bianca?
Aww.
Tough one.
I used to be like in the Quinn zone, but right now I'm in the Marley and Rachel zone.
Oh,
I
this
love
girl,
that
this
zone.
girl's
Very
got
nice.
multiple
Like
favorites.
it.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of love that. And you girls also have been really involved with anti-bullying, which I think is awesome to get involved so young with that.
Thank you.
And it's also
that's
definitely
great.
a message that the Glee show constantly incorporates into the story plots. Right?
Exactly. And so you sang a song. Can you guys tell me about how that song came about, that it relates to anti-bullying, right?
Yes.
What's the name of it?
Let your light shine.
Let your light shine.
I know I watched it on YouTube today. Everyone should go check it out on YouTube. It's amazing. It's such a great song.
It's a great song, and it's such a great message for everyone out there.
Ooh, we're getting a little taste of it.
I did hear it. I did hear it.
Here it comes.
It's so fun.
Oh, look at you gals.
Oh, wow.
I'm in the background jump roping. Now I got to show that I can do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and I can do 1 foot, 1 foot, 1 foot, 1 foot, and move.
You guys look so cute.
Thank you.
I feel like, as Glee goes on, hopefully for millions and more seasons, we're going to see these girls on that show.
Yes.
I totally
This is the
agree.
best scene ever. Watch this.
Okay.
People say you're different 'cause you're not like them, and all you ever wanted was to just fit in. But
That's the big slam. And that's that.
I just love
Light shine.
Very catchy song.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yes.
It touches my heart, actually.
The most favorite part of Hey You Black Sheep.
Such a great message, though. I just love the fact that you made this video that is it's so important. I think it's such a great
Yeah, it's
message
so
and,
important.
For
Yes.
everyone.
and it's something that Glee is such a part of and just fantastic. What else was I going to ask you girls? Oh, I heard you're going to be in your first big movie coming up in 2013. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, tell me about it. What do you guys play? Everything about it.
We're
Is it called Freezing Mr. Baldwin?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So we play spooky twins.
We like
Ooh.
give out cookies, and
But
we
we're
have,
also spooky at the same time. Spooky.
we have to say, "Do you want cookies?"
Okay, that was spooky.
That was
That was spooky.
I'm
Want cookies?
amazing.
Cookies.
I am
They definitely would say for cookies.
creepy.
Cookies are a great dessert.
I agree.
My favorite are chocolate chips.
wholeheartedly
My
agree with you on
favorite are
that.
chocolate chips. My favorite are
I
chocolate
like chocolate
chips.
chips too.
I like
That's
cookies
awesome.
any time of the day.
I could eat
too.
cookies literally anytime. It's
Yeah.
all good.
So you two are big musical fans. What are your favorite people you like to listen to? Like, who are your favorite singers?
Adele, Selena Gomez, Call Me Maybe Girl, Carla Rae
Ray Jepsen.
Katy Perry.
Love
Yes,
it.
definitely Katy Perry. Shakira. My hips run like this. Lady Gaga.
Ooh, I like Lady Gaga.
Madonna.
Wow, you guys have some awesome taste in music. So it looks like you guys are gonna have a really awesome career.
Yeah, are you?
Yay.
Yeah. Okay. So, are you gonna sing
And
anything?
mostly my favorite, Us.
Oh, I think you're our favorites too. Yes.
The pink
Round of
ladies.
applause.
So, are we ready for some Glee news and gossip, girls?
You want to hear some gossip?
Oh,
Yeah, we've got good news and gossip tonight.
AfterBuzz TV News.
So there's lots to get to because we haven't had news and gossip in a bit here. First off, we have American Idol alum, also on Fox, Jessica Sanchez. She came in as the runner-up. She's gonna
my girl.
Filipino.
That's my girl.
I know. I'm like the one who's not here, but she.
You're Filipino at heart.
Inside, I am. I totally get you. So she'll be joining the Glee Club. I'm so excited for this. This
Really?
is big news. Did you girls watch American Idol this season?
No, but I just like Glee.
I love it. Okay, so she was the runner-up on American Idol, and she came in behind Philip Phillips. And she told The Hollywood Reporter that this will be her first big acting role, and she's already taking acting lessons. And she can't wait to work with Naya Rivera. So that would be really cool. So
Wait, is that the girl that plays Santana?
that
Yes.
is exactly her.
Glee?
Yes. And then
I wonder which episode is that on season 4. Which season?
hardly wait. So excited.
I'm excited because the last Filipino we saw was Sunshine.
And who killed it? Yes. Right. So we all know Jessica's gonna come in and do the same because she killed it on American Idol as well. So
She is
I'm
a
proud of that girl.
talented
Yeah,
lady.
she's great. I mean, I was at American Idol last season, and seeing her live is unbelievable. I'm so excited to have her on
Wow.
Glee.
How does she sound like?
I mean,
Close.
she
Very close.
exactly. She can just fill the auditorium. It's crazy.
Does she seem like Marty? Marley.
Different kind of style. Maybe more so like a Mercedes. She sounds kind of like Mercedes.
Yeah.
And so we also Ryder, who we've been talking about all night.
Yes.
Ryder.
Ryder.
If Ryder needs a cheer section, he knows where to look. But he also, we saw him struggling a bit with school tonight, and
Oh yeah, like when he was doing a text.
yeah,
He can only do football if he gets a B or something like that.
exactly.
No, until like a C plus. No, B.
Yeah,
Gotta keep those grades
super
up.
important.
grades are super important.
Keep those grades up.
And I think he'll be the first character on Glee to have a learning disability. From what I'm hearing, is he will have dyslexia,
wow.
and so and he hasn't told his
Dyslexia?
parents.
Wow.
So he'll have to kind of come out with that and figure out. I imagine that memorizing lines will be a challenge for him and all of that. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out in the Glee Club as well. And then there's one more Glee related thing, which is the holiday episode will be, or the Christmas episode will be a Love Actually kind of story. I don't know if you girls have seen Love Actually, but it's one of my favorite movies. It's
What
so
is
good.
Love Actually?
It's like a romantic movie that has multiple storylines, and they all tie together in the end, and that's exactly what they're going to do on Glee. They're going to have various storylines that all tie together.
Let's remember that every movie has a happy ending at the end.
Ooh,
Yes.
I like that. It's an interesting way of looking at things. So, and then for us Finchel fans, I had to, when I was looking through gossip in the last couple weeks here, actually this one's from this morning. This is late breaking. So Corey Monteith was on with Ryan Seacrest here in LA this morning, and he admitted on air that he just got with his girlfriend Leah Michelle, who plays Rachel obviously on the show, in the last year or so. I think they were first spotted Valentine's Day last year. And he actually admitted that he's always had feelings for her. For the last 4 years, he's had feelings for Leah Michelle. Adorable.
Even when she was with her ex-boyfriend, right?
Yeah, exactly. With Theo Stockman, who's a Broadway performer, and they've always he kind of said it, kind of admitted to the fact that he thought maybe she did too. So it's interesting.
And apparently it was so, because now they're together.
Adorable couple for sure.
Adorable
And definitely shows on screen.
Adorable
Yeah.
And we didn't see Rachel in tonight's episode.
I did miss her.
Hearts. Put your eye in it and go hard.
Oh, so sweet. Do you have another one?
I guess I just had one more thing, since we've already got so many things that we mentioned here. But it's kind of timely with what's going on. As everybody knows, President Obama's been reelected for the next term, right?
Yes.
Now, during election night, the Glee cast was actually tweeting about the elections. They were really excited. Ryan Murphy, the creator of Glee, he threw a party, an election night party.
He's been a longtime Obama supporter. He's thrown big parties for LA.
And the Glee cast is following suit, because turns out they're all, for Obama. And they were all tweeting out, Naya Rivera, who plays Santana, she said, she was tweeting, "Obama, I can't wait for his speech. A boss always wins," she says. Leah Michelle, she says, "An amazing election party tonight at Murphy's house, and so glad we got to celebrate the re-election of Obama. #GoBama. Corey Monteith, he says, "Cheers to 4 more years." So they're all really excited about the choice for President Obama to continue on.
And Amber Riley performed at the Democratic
national convention.
National
Oh
convention.
wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so it's interesting that kind of the Glee cast, I think they're clearly all friends off camera, and they also seem to be sharing political beliefs as well, which
Yeah.
is interesting, for sure.
I would want a President Will Schuster.
I agree.
Will Schuster for press.
Well, he's going to Washington, so there's always a chance.
Plot twist right there.
Exactly. Throw us like a West Wing spinoff of Glee. There you go. So let's get into some predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz
I think we'll let our
TV.
ladies here go first.
Yeah. Do you girls have any great Glee predictions
What do
for
you
the
think's gonna happen?
for Grease episode?
Yeah.
He's gonna take the job and he's gonna do what he wants. That's why in the preview it says, "I'll be gone for 3 months. I'll miss you." That's why. That's a clue. If you guys watch it, it's a clue that he's gonna take the job.
I think so.
I agree.
Do you think that Emma is gonna be sad, or is she gonna stay with him or break up with him? What do you think?
That one I have no idea. I only think that the Finn thing. That's all I know about. That's the
think she's
only
gonna
thing
break
that
up.
made it to be continued.
What did you think, Kiara?
Kiara thinks.
I think they're gonna break up. Yeah, I think they're gonna break
harsh.
up, and she might have already an ex.
Whoa.
I'm just giving a guess.
They're great guesses.
Great
prediction.
They're good.
Great.
You never know with Glee. They really like to switch things up and
Yeah.
surprise us.
They
right?
really like it's for like the, let's say for the accident, like for the accident.
Right.
I think that Finn, you're gonna see him really do great as he's taking over the Glee Club. I don't think we actually mentioned that, but he's taking over for Will, and I think he's gonna do really, really well at it. I think he
Yeah.
now sees the benefit of what he went through at McKinley, and so he's gonna come back and do really well. And I think that you're also gonna see the return of Finchel, so I'm excited for that.
Whoa. Okay. Sorry.
I know, an overwhelming number of predictions. I went with the easy one tonight.
All right. Well, okay. Excited about Finchel. 1. 2, excited for Finn to direct. I think there's going to be a lot of drama with his cast, obvious.
Yeah. Well, there's love triangles.
Kitty.
Definitely Kitty is just going to be a
more
conniving,
sassy girl.
crazy lady and try to really, manipulate a lot of the cast to hate each other so they won't really have good, chemistry as a
Less of this,
cast.
more of this.
That's right, girl.
Yeah, some swag.
I really want to know what's gonna happen to Jake, Kitty, and Marley, because Marley likes him, Jake likes him, and then Kitty's getting in the way of the middle. Like the middle is Kitty, the second side is Marley, and the third side is Jake. So she's in the middle of the.
I agree.
Love triangle.
Yeah.
I think there's definitely going to be a love triangle
A
because we
big
saw
love triangle.
Yes.
Because
we saw a lot of
Blake,
jealousy.
Because of Blake, like
Like in the movie, they
kiss in the beginning. Oh no! I wonder what they're gonna do with that part.
I can't
Yeah.
wait. I'm so excited for next week.
And I think
Yes.
Will and Emma will actually stay together because they are the more mature adult relationship throughout all of Glee. So I think they'll stay together.
I agree with Marisa on that. Now, just judging from the clips, I think that Kate Hudson is going to kind of stir things up with Rachel's new boy. What is his name again?
Brody.
Brody.
Brody. They have some sort of performance going on, and it looks a little bit like there's some sexual tension.
I was gonna say
there.
some
She
cougar
has a
action.
great
Cougar
body.
action.
Like that episode, Finn came back, so they were doing the smooching, and then a knock on the door, and she didn't know who it was from. She must have thought it was Kurt.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, it's true.
And that
But-
one episode that says "I love Finn," and she erased it.
Oh, it was so hard to watch. Yeah. Oh, well,
Well, we
there's
got some good predictions tonight.
So many good predictions, so much going on in this episode. I want to thank you girls so much for
Thank
coming.
you,
And
thank you.
Kiara, Bianca,
So fun.
so much fun having you here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Bye.
So, and I love the outfits.
Thank
and
you. Thank you.
Where can we follow you?
You guys can
We can
I'm
go to your
just
web.
Sandy, And she's back, Sandy.
Do you girls have a website that our followers could come see you at?
TAmbrosioTwins.com.
Great.
And you can follow us at TAmbrosia Twins.
Perfect.
Awesome.
That's great. And I'm Stephanie Wenger, and you can follow me on Twitter at Stephanie Wenger.
I'm Christy-Anne Lopez. You can follow me on Twitter at Miss CeeLo.
And I am Marisa Serafini. I'm at Marisa Movies. You can follow me on Twitter and on Instagram.
You can follow me at Sarah with an H Mendoza. That's my name.
And thank you so much for watching.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, girls.
See you next week.
From
You guys gonna
Bing.com, executive producers
Dance?
Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff. We would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.